What up, everybody? Thank you for tuning back in to Reg and the Zoo.
What's going on? What episode are we on?
We're on episode 8 today.
What time is it?
Episode 8 at 7:34 p.m.
What day of the
Sunday,
week is it?
August 2nd.
You beat me to it.
2020.
Fuck, how do you know what I was going to say, man? Oh, you're tripping me out, man. So I got these glasses at Big Lots. I actually don't know how much they were because it was a little busy in there, and you know how things get with the masks and the distancing and the awkwardness. But I literally grabbed them off the shelf immediately for this episode. Whatever.
Dude, I think they look legit, man.
Those look a little creepy, but they're an homage to Johnny Depp as Hunter S. Thompson a little bit, obviously, and also they helped me with night driving.
You got to get one of like those things that he had in the movie with a cigarette.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do they call those things?
I don't know, but
like
cigarette
the Cruella de Vil
swaggy.
thing.
Yeah, Cruella de Vil thing. That's what I think it's called. That's literally what it's called. It's called the Cruella
de Vil thing.
Speaking of Cruella de Vil and cigarettes, this, remember It's Pat?
Oh my God! They even made a movie.
Yeah. So I don't want to get like anybody upset, but there was a Pat, I'm not really sure if it was a male or a female, but they didn't seem to care. On the corner, when I was on my way here from my house, I had like ripped the vape, and the person just turned over and they asked for a cigarette, which in my day, I'm handing them a cigarette. I was a very devout giver of cigs. I never really cared. My buddy Zach always did that, actually. But so they asked for a cigarette, and I'm like, and they're like, just like all pissed. And I was like, and they like turned away and like got disappointed. And I was like, well, shit. So now I'm at the red light though, and they're at the bus stop, and I'm like, and then they look at me and I'm just like, but they're real nice though. It was only $10. Like it's their clutch, and they're like, thank you. It's like, so that was cool. But I got to pass on the like quits. I didn't have the time to explain why these are better than cigs, but I found that pretty funny on the topic of cigarettes.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's kind of funny that they just expected it. Like, yeah, I'm counting on you.
They really were disappointed. They really were.
Oh, I need a little caffeine. So yeah, we kind of decided what do this kind of last minute. Not really last minute. We just talked this morning and we're like, let's get it and do a podcast.
Yeah, actually, couple things. I removed myself from my second job in so many words. I don't need to get into it because it's not gonna like talk shit about it or whatever. But I gave up on the serving gig. There was a lot of things that factored into that decision, but the main one was just that it was becoming more challenging to maintain just based off of how much energy I was exerting mentally and physically, and everyone that serves knows. And when you're kind of put in a position where it's like it's already a little bit hard and a few things move around, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, this is not looking good for me if I show up today. So I literally was like, I'd been thinking about it, and I went back after the quarantine. So like, but to get to my point, I'm doing it for this shit. I'm doing it for the pod. I'm doing it for the trying times. I'm doing it for like basically to invest in myself and just sort of invest in trying to help others, and not to be preachy, but to like sort of, help people find the Lord, any good in the world, like that I can kind of, I feel like I'm betting on this because this has felt too good to not bet on.
Yeah.
So I gave up on the job, and it was a little short notice, and it wasn't the best way for me to go about it. But sometimes you just have to pull the trigger in life, and it enabled me to sort of wake up this morning. I usually work these mornings, which is weird because nobody wants to work a Sunday morning. But so it was my first one, and I woke up. And you called me. I had actually already had some plans to jam with a couple of my friends from Olive Garden that I used to work with to sing, not jam. We talked about that because
Yes.
I don't feel like I don't have any technical skill with an instrument, but I just like to sing lyrics. I'm a writer, I just want to be Jim Morrison,
Oh yeah.
So I
Morrison.
can ramble into a mic, obviously.
Light my fire right here.
Yeah, that's
in
obviously.
stores now.
Yeah, it's like this awful cologne that my pops picked up. He's like, yeah, I don't know, it's got to smell bad, but I thought it was a cool thing, and look, now it is.
Looks like a legit bottle, dude.
Yeah,
Looks
we
expensive.
should spray some on us and see how it goes. But where was I? I was the job this morning. Had that off. I had some plans to jam, which I did. Played my buddy Tyler and Nick. They have been playing a couple songs together, and they had some shit laid down, and we got like 3 like kind of on record to be able to practice again. And I don't know where that'll end up, but it was at least like fulfilling. Did that.
Productive.
Also talked to you on the
Creating,
phone. We
not
talked
negating.
about several ideas and things that we're gonna do on the pod.
Yeah.
And also scheduled, penciled in kind of an interview with my buddy Eric Westfield, who started Buffalogo, which is the like crying Brady thing here.
Tom Brady with the clown nose. It doesn't get much better than that, especially in Buffalo.
Yeah, and like the things that he's been doing with the Buffalogo brand are super cool, and it's really, I can tell like it's really resonating with the region. So I wanted to bring him on and just go over a few things with the inception of why he wanted to do it, because I have a feeling it was a lot similar to why we're here doing this kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear his story and how he got started in that, and definitely looking forward to that on Wednesday.
Yeah, he's doing a little bit of work with Stevie Johnson right now. I know,
Yeah, that's
former
really
Bill,
cool.
and he does a lot of stuff with local, like smaller, medium-sized businesses, and he also like got an interview with Portnoy where Dave Portnoy from Barstool was like, "Oh, yeah, you got the shirt. It's a CEO. We'll send you a C&D." And that was because of the Brady Nose. They had done one with, I think, Antonio Brown, and they tried saying, like, he was like, "Ugh." So I want to talk to Eric about that. So we're excited because he's technically going to be our first, like, guest. We're still going to kind of figure out how we're going to do that best production-wise, but that's at least super exciting.
Yeah, it's our first guest.
Yeah, because we're really looking forward to bringing some people on here, and then also anybody that is listening that wants to get on here for whatever reason. I don't know why you would. I guess I do know why you would, because we're really cool and we're really nice. But
Doesn't get much better than us.
if you have a good story that you want us to read, or if you want to send us a video on DM, on Instagram, at Reg in the Zoo, subscribe on Facebook, or follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. But if you have a story, if you have a tale that you want to tell, you can send it to us in a video. We can basically put it on here, or we can Zoom chat you and talk about it and do like sort of like a breakdown thing and just ask you questions like Tosh.0 style, because I think that'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the locals, man. I mean, we
locals.
We want to help out our neighbors.
Yeah, that's obviously, and I think Eric's doing a freaking awesome job with that, and I've followed along since the beginning, and he literally told me that like he's going in on it. So I'm looking forward. I've kind of always looked up to him in a way. He's a really cool dude. So we're looking forward to that. We're gonna probably shoot that this week. And let us know if you're listening, please. Like, we don't
Subscribe. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, and if you want to let us know like what you think, any feedback, we're really looking for that, and we're not gonna like stop doing this. So any haters out there, go fuck yourself. Get on the fucking pod, or come on here. If there's a hater that wants to talk shit about us and what we should do,
come do it on the pod.
Yeah, we can have you on Zoom and you can just literally fucking roast us.
Yeah, dude.
That would be.
We don't care.
I don't give a shit. That'd be cool.
That'd be fun, dude.
So
funny story with me.
Yeah.
I had people staying above me.
Okay.
At the duplex I'm at.
The dupes.
And so I come home, what was it, yesterday?
Crazy Ira and the dupes.
I come home yesterday. That was their last day there too, but or the day before, I come home from work on Friday, and I just open the door and it just reeks of weed.
Reeks. Upstairs?
Just in the hallway. And I know it's not me. I keep my place smelling good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, if my landlord comes here, because it's her friends. They're her friends.
Okay.
It's like, she's not going to believe me
Right.
Be like, yo, I'm pretty sure they're smoking, so I didn't say anything.
Is it a no smoking place?
I
Do you
mean,
think
yeah,
this-
yeah. I mean, she's not like super strict, but she
Well,
definitely
if
doesn't
she ever
want that.
sees this pod, you just literally outed yourself and her
No, she'll
and
never.
your neighbors.
She won't see it. She won't see it. We're not that close,
You
but
got her IP blocked. She might see it, dude.
no, I don't think
We're
she'll see it.
making waves. How many countries are we in?
We are in.
Back us up with the analytics, bruh.
Well, we're on 5 continents.
We're on
Over there.
fucking 5 continents.
South America,
Oh, I
North
forgot.
America, Europe, Asia, and
Fucking
Australia.
Poloncarz, baby. Mark Poloncarz for president 2024. I'm fucking calling it right now. This
Some
guy.
cocaine.
Yeah, he really quick on this shirt says wash your hands, don't do cocaine. I did get an illegal version of this it was in like 24-hour period where he said it and the shirts went up and people were buying them and me and Rayleigh got them.
It
So
looks legit.
yeah, I haven't even washed it, I don't think.
It looks legit.
It smells a little, but you know.
I want to get some T-shirts like that of us with like the shadow like that, just black and white.
Yeah. Again, not to do over shameless plug, but Buff Logo does awesome designs. And I think that could be something we talk to him about, is like as far as maybe doing a shirt or a hat or something. That'd be cool. Even if we do a small run and just have them for ourselves.
Yeah, I think those are like the 2 best options: a hat, because I'm always wearing one, and a shirt, because I'm always wearing one.
Yeah.
I think hoodies in the winter would be sweet too. You know.
Yeah. So who knows?
Yeah, we'll
see.
figure something
Maybe
out.
some yoga pants.
Yeah, that.
You know, I
actually
did
kinda
see
cool.
there was
have our faces on each cheek.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be kind of cool with the
What?
microphones. Well, they have these like short shorts now that are like they're kind of like old school 90s basketball shorts, and I have a couple pair. Well, I have one pair. They're West Virginia, but I really like them, so I'm going to try and find more. But I saw these ones on Instagram ad that had like little spandex built in. Those would be cool. We'll get Reg in the Zoo shorts with spandex.
Dude, I'm totally down with getting some swag.
It's like, you know, just to hear, like, and then that way, like, when your shorts ride up because they're super short, your ball sack doesn't come out like bubble gum.
That's great.
My buddy Paul Neiman did that one time, and I, like, still find it to be hilarious when somebody pulls their sack, and they're like, ah, fuck, I sat in bubble gum. That shit... That'll always be funny to me. No matter how little I drink alcohol, I could be dead sober, and that would be funny.
Same with farts, dude. Farts never are not funny for some reason.
agree.
I feel immature saying that, but it's like, I mean, they even do SNL skits on it because they're so funny, dude.
I would think that a fart was funnier before people. I feel like farts were funny before anyone talked.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, even
chicken or the egg,
even babies-
asshole or mouth, what talks first? Did people talk through farts? You
Ooh,
never know.
That could be the first form of
Like the best
communication.
farter was like the king.
Yeah.
Like they are the ultimate because of they can just open their bottom throats
The skit I just watched for SNL that
singing
reminds me
through
of
the
that.
asshole.
It's with Alec Baldwin, and he's like a gym teacher, and this kid's trying to break the school record for sit-ups. So every time he does a sit-up, he comes up, and then, and every time he comes up, it's just like a fart. And then he does a really slow one. He's like trying to because he after did a bunch, and it's just a super drawn-out one, dude. So funny.
Yeah, farts are great.
Yeah, they're always be funny.
fucking love farts.
All right, dude. Yeah, why don't we move on to some sports here?
Yeah,
You up for that?
I got some sports. I got some NBA and NFL stuff, but you were mentioning
Got
the
some-
Grand Prix.
Yeah, dude.
The
Grand
Grand
Prix
Prix
this
was
morning.
litty.
Formula One Grand Prix, the British in Silverstone.
Silverstone.
So we got Lewis Hamilton coming home with a gold today.
He took it.
He finished first again.
Did he?
Dude, he's killing it. It's 3 in a row. It's 3 in a row that he's.
Can anybody even touch him, or is he just gonna own this shit?
So he was like 20-some seconds ahead today. This is why it was so good. Because at like the last few laps of the race, everybody's tires kept busting. It was really weird. Lewis Hamilton's tire busted in like the last lap. So pretty much the entire last lap, he had a flat front left tire. But he was up ahead by like 20 seconds. So he like toughed
Just
it out.
rode it out.
And he rode it out. And then Verstappen came second. and he finished 5 seconds, almost 6 seconds behind him. So he was like gaining on him. But
Yeah.
the thing is he took a pit stop on the second to last lap.
Oh my God.
Because that happened to Hamilton's car, or not Hamilton's, Valtteri Bottas, which is Lewis Hamilton's teammate.
Yeah.
His front left tire, same thing happened, went flat, pretty much rolled off his rim for the most part. And then Verstappen.
I've done that drunk several times.
Because of that, they didn't think they were going to get any better than second place, so they had Max Verstappen hit the pit to get some fresh tires.
Max
on,
Verstappen!
so he can get the fastest lap. You get an extra point if you get the fastest lap of the race, which he ended up getting.
Oh, that's cool.
He got the fastest lap, but if he didn't change his tires, there's a chance he could have.
He would have
finished
taken
first.
it because
he would have beat Hamilton. Yeah,
Hamilton's tire was blown.
but I mean, we wanted Hamilton to win because I mean we didn't want him to win, but that's his home Grand Prix because he's from Great Britain or whatever.
London.
You sound like you're from London.
It's still confusing, the UK now and all that. Like, UK, Great Britain, England, London.
And then we had Lando Norris, who's also from Great Britain.
He sounds like such a douche every time
No, he's
you say
awesome,
his name.
dude. I love Lando
cool.
Norris. He's awesome. Everybody's loving him now, and he finished 5th, which is killer.
Yeah, I guess if you're a Formula One driver, you could you could probably be a douche. But if you're, I don't know, Lando Norris.
Yeah. Well, we also had the Hulk come back too.
Who the fuck is the Hulk?
Nico Hulkenberg. So
Hulkenberg.
He was
is
raced.
he a big guy?
No, he's
Is he a
he's
little
not.
guy?
He's like everybody's favorite. He's a super cool guy, cool racer. So he used to race for Renault, and
You got to start showing me these cars, what their car looks like. Are they different?
so they all, I mean, body style, they're all pretty much the same, but they're all different colors. But Nico Hulkenberg was coming back because he had to replace Sergio Perez, who tested positive for COVID. So he's got the next, he was supposed to race this one, and then the next race he's doing. But he didn't even get to race today because they were having trouble starting the engine and everything on the car. I don't know what happened, but he didn't get to race, so that was a huge bummer. Kevin Magnussen, and I can't even pronounce this other dude's name. It's like Kavate, I believe.
Kavate.
He DNF'd as
Fucking
well.
guy owes me money.
Yeah, so Hulkenberg didn't start, and Magnussen and Kavate DNF.
All those names sound like they're Formula One drivers.
But in the last lap or two, Valtteri Bottas dropped from 2nd to 11th. Sebastian Vettel finished 10th.
Do these
Vettel's,
guys all have absolute smokes for wives?
Dude, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just
Oh, yeah.
supermodels?
So Bottas, it's in his contract that his girlfriend is allowed to come back and everything behind, even with like COVID going on.
Like
He wants
all
her
of
there.
his girlfriends?
No, he's a legit dude. He's cool. He's awesome. And then they're talking that Kimi Räikkönen, which is like the funniest F1
How
driver.
much money are we talking here? Is this big money for a win? What's
dude,
what's the purse on a victory rate on that race?
I don't know that. I don't
Google
know if
it
it works
real
that
quick.
way. But
figured-
Lewis Hamilton is worth like $400 million.
Yeah. See if you can find I don't know. If not, whatever.
Michael Schumacher, he's like said to be the best F1 driver, the most successful of all time. He's worth like $800 million. He's one of the richest athletes in the world, behind like Jordan and
Yeah. Tiger, LeBron,
Tiger. Yeah, Tiger's like
Floyd Mayweather.
he's more than Floyd Mayweather.
Mayweather supposedly broke.
Yeah, he's worth like 400 or something.
Yeah, he'll be like shitting in his Cheerios soon, I'm sure. Mike Tyson's fighting while you're looking that up. Mike Tyson's going to be doing a fight against, I think, Roy Jones
Roy
Jr.
Jones Jr., yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty interesting. This dude, I saw this dude was talking about it on Facebook, and he was thinking that Roy Jones was going to take it. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Tyson looks like an absolute beast, but I don't know if his head is soft.
Yeah, so I mean, well, with F1 drivers, they're paid salary, so they don't win per race.
Okay.
It's just,
But-
if they win a race, it's more merchandise they're selling. That's
Yeah.
just all around better. I
And
mean,
what if they
you'll
win
get
the
money.
points championship? Or
That-
like the championship?
So you got the drivers' championship and the constructors' championship.
What's the difference?
The constructors is like the team and the car and how well the car performed. and
That's
stuff.
kind of fucking cool. How do you win that?
just by having.
But it's by like almost like MVP votes. Like, do people?
No. It's based on how well you race, but it's based on the team. It's
Right.
not just the driver. So both drivers have to keep finishing, as high as they possibly can. So if you got one driver that's finishing like first, and then you got another one that's finishing like 15th, they're really not going to get
How
that many
many
points.
total teams are there, and does every team have 2 cars?
So there's 10 teams right now, 2 cars per team.
They all have 2.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have more than 2?
No. So it's just 2 per team.
That's kind of neat.
20 drivers. They're all the best.
There's 10 teams and you can win that, or you could be one of the 20 drivers or whatever.
Yes,
and you could
exactly.
Win that.
It's crazy because mostly your main rival in F1 is going to be your teammate. You're trying to beat him because he's going to be the closest to you because you guys are
shake
driving,
and bake, baby.
You guys are driving the exact same car.
Yeah.
So it's like who's better? Who's going to be the number one driver?
But it's still your teammate.
Yes.
That's interesting.
But a lot of the time it doesn't matter. Like Sebastian Vettel is like...
You don't give no fucks.
Sebastian Vettel's a 4-time world champion, and like it's hard to be a teammate with him. Him and Kimi Räikkönen were good because Kimi's just an awesome dude. They got along really well. But with like when he was on Red Bull, because he won 4 championships in a row with Red Bull, his teammate Mark Webber, they were like... Mark Webber retired because he couldn't handle it anymore because of how like selfish like Vettel was. But I love Vettel.
Mark Webber,
awesome.
Any relation to Pete Webber, legendary bowler?
No, I doubt it. I never even...
You know what I'm talking about? No. Who the hell are you? I am! The guy that has an absolute meltdown after he fucking wins. He's an old bowler. It's so Kingpin. It's like real life Kingpin.
I love Kingpin. That's a great movie.
Dude,
you think they'll ever make a sequel to that?
Look up Pete Webber. Was that all you wanted to do on motorsports?
So, well, next week we're in...
Yeah, follow up.
We're in Silverstone again next week, so
okay.
We're going to see what's going to happen. They never raced this late at the Silverstone circuit ever, and it's like the hottest day of the year over there for them. So that could be why tires were popping and stuff, but
the heat.
Over there it's usually raining and shit, so...
Yeah.
Good conditions, but yeah, dude, Lewis Hamilton brought it home again. He's probably going to win the championship. Bottas was in second. But now after this, I don't know the standings. I'll have to look those up. But
well, I'm interested also for next time on the team part. I'm a team guy. I'm a team first kind of guy. So whatever you said, it was called the club.
The worst Pete Weber. What's that?
What did you say it was called? The drivers and the construction teams.
The drivers championship and the constructors championship.
Yeah. I'll be following on the Constructors Championship.
Yeah, I mean, once you get into the whole drama of F1, it's really interesting. That's kind of what got me into it.
Well, that's certainly going to help our other 4-continent users.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe that's why they're listening, dude.
Yeah,
maybe I'm pulling in the Europe circuit over here.
Yeah, you're pulling in the Euro tail. Dude, watch that video real quick. It's okay if they can hear it because it's an amazing quick speech. It's Pete Webber, like, winning.
Which one right here?
Hold on. Yeah, the middle one. Yeah, that one right there. It's the best. This is so... You've never seen this video?
Strike to claim it. A strike to claim it. And he got
Dude, is that not the most amazing shit you've ever seen? That's so Kingpin, bro. With the goggles. And we could leave that audio on because I've seen that fucking video so many places. We're leaving it on. Yeah, and if YouTube wants to fucking pull it, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we should. Because
I'm a Karen. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a Karen.
That's so funny, though. Yeah, some people take bowling super serious, bro.
Yeah. Westfield, dude. Westfield, the kid from Buffalo Go, absolute savage bowler and golfer.
Really?
But he was like a legit like state championship bowler.
That's
in
awesome.
Like fucking 8th grade.
That's awesome.
Literally. And he knows a few pro bowlers. Ryan Simonelli, I know they think he knows him. But
I still think we got to get a bowling team for our work.
That'd be kind of cool. I mean, it's going to take... I mean, I didn't quit my job to bowl, bro.
No, I know. I just always wanted to be
Didn't quit the first job. Let's all be clear. The first job is, once again, thanks to Mike.
Here to stay.
We get to do this awesome pod in the studio, Bean Media. But if that's all you have on Grand Prix for now...
Yeah, that's pretty much all I have on F1. That's all I really like to talk about. And then in the winter, it'll be more snowboarding based.
I've got a couple quick notes on the NBA bubble. So today, Sunday, literally right before we got here, my Celtics took a thriller over the Blazers after the Blazers were down 24 points. Celtics came back. Jason Tatum cut his hair because it was really long, and he went like 2 of 15 first game. He cut his hair, and he had 31 points. Gordon Hayward has a sweet mustache. The Spurs and the Grizzlies had a crazy game. This dude, Ja Morant, he's a rookie still technically because this is still the same year. He's had like multiple incredible dunks. The basketball so far has been like very high octane despite the circumstances. I'm a little worried about the teams like going into sort of a burnout because they're literally going to be there till October, and all of these games are being televised. So for the viewers and for the, the top of the Illuminati pyramid, it's definitely successful so far. It's definitely a great distractor. But I wrote a blog over the quarantine about how like we need football, but if we can't have football, at least we have this. So that's cool. Going back to a couple more updates, the Lakers got beat by the Raptors. They looked a little bit tired from their victory over the Clippers a few nights prior, which was like one of the biggest opening games because the Clippers are nasty.
Clippers were the Buffalo Braves, right?
Yeah, and that's actually Kawhi Leonard jerseys in the Buffalo Braves thing have been like, I've seen a few of them around Buffalo, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool. I wish we had a MLB team and an NBA team here.
I've been saying for a few years, like, we could have an NBA team, I feel, but
yeah, they could play at the arena, dude.
the problem is like then I look at the Cavs and like without LeBron they've been trash. But yeah, to get back into it and wrap that, basically the Pelicans, Zion Williamson, he's this incredible rookie. He's like kind of a LeBron-esque style athlete. They got kind of took one on the chin from the Clippers, who came back strong from the Lakers game. But the Raptors beat the Lakers last night. Raptors, it was their first game. They looked very fresh. The Thunder, actually, with Chris Paul, looked very impressive over the Jazz, who were missing Boran Bogdanovic, which seems to be a bigger loss than it was looking like it was going to be. But Chris Paul is an incredible floor leader. He's only like a 6-foot point guard, and he's been around forever, and a lot of people like can't stand him because he's outspoken and he talks a lot on the floor. But they said like in the first game that he was so vocal that the other team like was almost like needed to talk more because of how much he was communicating on the floor. He's like a coach on the floor, but he's got a lot of young talent. And it's like in this NBA bubble, you never know, because once they finish these first 8 seeding games, they're going right into playoffs. So it's going to be an absolute shit show, and it's going to be really cool, like kind of like March Madness-esque. They're still doing series, but that's like an example of Chris Paul as a guy who might even take that young athletic team to the finals. You never know, because they're calling it like a whole new game. That's what the NBA's kind of pitch is, because they're all in the same place. They're coming in on the buses. They're staying like right around the corner from each other. It's kind of cool because they're like old guys, but they get to live this life. It certainly sounds like it could suck too. Like Lou Williams, the dude that got in trouble for going to the strip club and getting the chicken wings. Like, he has to sit in his room for 10 days.
How is there?
He's
I still don't
grounded,
understand how
dude.
there's a strip club open.
I know, he's grounded. Oh my God, I was thinking about that. And over quarantine, I have to find the picture. But there was this absolutely savage strip club in Oregon that was doing a drive-through, and there was these crazy lights, and all the girls had gas masks on, and they're on the sides because it was during the beginning of COVID. And it was fucking wild, dude. That was a movie scene. That was like a end of days scenario that really happened. I saw
That's
it with
awesome.
my own eyes when everyone didn't know what was going on in the world. After I was listening back to our first episode to see how shitty I did. But when you said that, I immediately thought of that shot. I got to find it and get it to you so you could see it. Maybe we'll put it up. But again, to wrap, Rockets had a crazy game versus the Mavs, 153 to 149 in overtime. James Harden is just an absolute savage. He's the guy with the beard. You've probably seen him.
Oh yeah, everybody knows James Harden.
I
remember seeing the video about him, about like how lazy he is. He doesn't do like defense or anything.
That was his knock, and he's sort of come out of that. They also now they play a style that is extremely unique, and it's sort of the new way of basketball where they're playing small. They don't even like really have a center, so that's also interesting in this format. How that's going to fare. They have Russell Westbrook, who's an incredible athlete, also.
There's always a Westbrook. There's so many Westbrook athletes.
Yeah. There is a lot of Westbrook.
MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Football players.
But that's pretty much the Rockets and the Bucks are actually on tonight. That'll be crazy. Giannis Antetokounmpo is just taking over. He's so big and strong. I don't know if you've seen him play, but
Yeah, I have.
that's just a little kind of breakdown on the NBA bubble from my angle to kind of just keep it updated. And it's interesting to see where it's going to go. I'm a little concerned about burnout. I feel for the players, but I hope that they're having a good time. And again, going back to our original thing, if by any chance any athletes are out there and would want to maybe hop on the pod with us, we're more than willing to have you on if you think that we're worth it. I don't know what we could give them in return, but they'd get to hang out with us. They'd get to get their like actual personality on the air, which is part of the reason why we'd have anyone on, so that they could sort of just tell their story.
Exactly.
And I've always had this thing where I want to talk to athletes and help them like feel normal.
I feel like the thing is now is you got to be personal and vulnerable with people to get them to, even if it's through marketing and stuff,
Yeah.
social media, all that stuff, man.
Brian Cox Jr. actually, who plays for the Bills now, son of Brian Cox, the linebacker, he commented like hashtag Bills Mafia on one of my posts like a while back.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it was one of my Trying Times posts too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, I put up a new post. There's a little piece in there about dealing with people, not dealing with, but sort of looking at the legacy of someone who may have committed suicide as not looking at it as a tragedy, but just looking at the positives and what you learned from them while they were here, because I kind of believe that they're still around. And it was actually my buddy Zach. We've actually talked about here on the air.
Yeah.
It
I
was
remember that
his
episode.
It was his, and he actually is a part of the inspiration for me doing this too, because right before he died, he was doing a lot of fantasy and he was doing some podcasting and stuff. So
That's
he
cool.
was like beating me to it actually. But it was supposed to be his 30th birthday the other day, I saw, and that was just like, man, that's too bad. He was somebody who was just nice to everybody, though, just so kind, and would give like the time of day to anybody who like wanted to talk to him. So, again, we talk about some uncomfortable things on here, but that's why we're here, is sort of to make people feel as though we're regular guys, they're regular people, but we're all in this shit together. And I think that the last 4 months, if anybody doubted that, as far as collective consciousness, the power of love over fear, we see what's happening in Portland, which is downright scary with federal agents and protesters, but rioters and people just really losing control. It's like we forget sometimes that shit's, if you remember the movie Little Nicky, shit's really like that in a lot of places in our country right now, and it sucks. So that's why if we can be one source of fun, relief, love, conquering, getting you through your day, getting through your hungover morning, getting your ass up, whatever we can do to like make your fucking day, man.
Making the drive home a lot easier after a hard day of work.
Yeah, listen to us on your way home from work. Watch us on the video. We're going to do some shorter videos probably.
Yeah, we're going to do some shorter ones. We're going to do some off-location ones, too.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Maybe being able to go into someone's store and do a feature. I mean, my cousin Vintage, I think, is one, but there's a few companies in Buffalo that sell like old Bills gear. I think it'd be awesome to do a like feature on them.
Yeah, I want to do, actually was thinking about that, too. I want to do a couple snowboarding ski shops in
Yeah.
the wintertime.
That would be cool.
Nice one out in Lockport, maybe even some of the ones out in Ellicottville. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be kind of neat.
That would be legit.
And we could make them a little video and like, yeah, we'll put it on our pod, but they would also have a video possibly.
Exactly. I think it'd be awesome.
Well, that would be fun. We can maybe we'll do that in a little bit. I guess we could just go right into. Oh wait, we had a few other things, but really quickly, since we're on sports, let's just do the DIGGS thing. I showed you the picture. We'll maybe put it up on the pod, but I've come to find out that Stephon Diggs is an absolute swagger hound.
Yeah.
He's got
See
like
that chain he was wearing in that picture?
He's
When
got
did his
so
Bills
much
picture?
drip. Like, I'm excited just to have his drip on the team because his swag level is like legitimate. I said one time, real swag can't be replicated because I feel as though anybody who's actually got swag isn't copying somebody else. Now, there's trends. There's like looks and there's vibes. But I think the fact that seeing the way he looks like he fits in Buffalo because people probably don't know about Buffalo that aren't from here, but we've got a really like eclectic kind of like weird, unique city. Generally, if you look at our city hall building just alone, it looks like from the movie The Mask, like Art Deco and shit.
Yeah.
But his swag in that, if you go check it out, he's got like $700 sneakers on. They look like they're Nike Dunks, but they've got like a weird design. And he's had a lot of cool cleats also on field. But it was cool just to do a quick swag check on him. DIGGS. I feel like we could probably keep breaking down the dude's looks because he's going to probably have a lot of them. Hopefully we have a season, obviously. But it was just awesome to see him come in. He had like this dope ass shirt on. I think it was what band was it? I had it up here.
The Ramones.
Yeah, dude. He had that Ramones shit on, and he has
That's
like
actually one of my favorite bands.
he's got on like that weird Rude RHUDE. Don't know what it is. Probably gonna look it up. But he's got that like little choker on.
Does that shirt say "Rocket to Russia"? I think it says.
I think so.
Yeah.
But he walked in just like with this swaggy outfit with these short black shorts, and he's got mad leg tats, but they look cool, like not corny leg tats.
Yeah, that's cool.
And just like the short nose socks with the dunks, and he had his fucking Bills helmet in his hand. I'm just like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, dude, everybody's pumped for the season. We're gonna be legit.
We gotta have a fucking season.
That's what I mean, dude. I feel like how bad would it be if this was the season?
It would.
That would have been for us.
I saw
and we
these
missed
other
out on it.
things with like these visors. Again, hopefully maybe we'll get it up on there, but we'll share it on Instagram. I think some of these things I can share on the feed actually, and
I
maybe
agree.
save you some time on the post. But yeah, we'll put that in. There's these visors that got kind of leaked. Well, I don't know if they're just going around virally or if they are actually going to happen. But there's these visors that, you know how a traditional visor goes like across here on a football helmet. They're going like full length to like here under the mask. And it looks so weird, but I'm like, hey,
If that'll help,
whatever, dude. Get him
Fucking
on
do
the
it.
fucking field.
yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a season. If there's no football, then there's gonna be riots again.
I wrote a blog on the Trying Times if you check it out, which I'm going to keep contributing to. And I know you have yours. Let's get a plug on it. What's it called?
EndangeredCaptivity.com.
Yeah, so he's going to have a lot of cool stuff on there. But I did write one on the Trying Times called War Ball. And I was talking about how football in the fall is like, it's such a source for people to go bitch, to scream. Now, I'm talking just about the fans and families. They can go scream at other people's kids. They can go scream at their own kid. They can cheer. They feel the vibes. It's entertainment. It gives people a safe place to go. But also for those kids and those players, like, once again, we talked about it last episode, but there's such a language to the game of football that you can't replicate. You can't recreate. The game is falling a little bit, I feel, because, like, hitting is almost outlawed, apparently. You're only allowed to catch someone and fall down. I'm a little biased. I'm a little old school on that, you know, because I played quarterback and I got my fucking bell rung 7 times.
Yeah, nobody gets hit more than the QB.
Did I ever tell you that I was struck by lightning 7 times? Have you ever seen Benjamin Button?
No.
Oh my God, great movie. Great movie.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. I know what it's about. I'll have to check it out.
So there's check it out. If anybody's seen Benjamin Button,
Yeah,
I think they'll
no
remember
spoilers.
what I'm talking about. It's a very small part, but it's good. It's
No
a great
spoilers.
movie.